Well, I had no plans of actually filming this video, and yet, here we are. Doesn't matter what I'm shopping for. I can be shopping for groceries and I will always end up in the makeup aisle. But I mean, I did buy some really nice stuff. Like, I'm pretty excited about it. Hello everyone, I'm here today for a what's new at the drugstore haul. I'm excited. I went out shopping, I found some new goodies. I also have a couple of items that are brand new that were sent to me as press samples, so we'll talk about those as well. And yeah, everything is, you know, from the drugstore. It is more on the affordable side. I am excited. Some of them I have tested out on my face today, so we'll talk about those. For everything else and for kind of updates on how this wore throughout the day and things like that, I will be doing an update for you guys in 2 weeks, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. And yeah, that is all I needed to say. So without further ado, let's get into this. I'm having one of those days with my hair, and I know it looks okay on camera, but in person, I have like a pound of dry shampoo in my hair today. It doesn't feel great. I'm just gonna throw that over the shoulders and pretend it's nice. So first we're gonna talk about some new products that I picked up from e.l.f. We have a couple of things and it's all around this new Aqua Beauty kind of a lineup. So one is an aqua infused blush bronzer in bronzed violet. So we'll start with that one. I haven't opened it yet. And it says here that it is a duo to give a radiant look and glow to the skin. It has a cushiony color that is infused with purified water and vitamin E. You like how I get excited when I read certain words? I'm like, ooh, cushions! Let's open this up. Whoa, that is a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. On here it looks really bright. Here it looks dark. Oh, and it's like filmed, like saran wrapped on. Let's take that off. Boop. Okay, I need to feel these. Oh, I thought they'd be more spongy. That's not spongy at all, but it is a little bit on the creamy side, so that's the color there. That is really, really dark. I don't know how that's going to look on my skin, though it is blending out quite nicely, and I like the color, it just feels really dark. In terms of formula, it feels really nice. It feels a little bit on the creamy side, which I feel will be nice for the summertime. However, the colors feel very dark. So I don't know how I feel about that on my skin, but I will definitely test it out and I'll let you guys know what's up. Next up is a molten liquid eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Rose Gold, but it looked really pretty in the store, so I wanted to test it out and just see how metallic it is. All right, let's swatch this. Woo! That is very pretty. Okay, all right, I'm into that. It feels very light. It seems to be blending out, hold on, I got too excited. It seems to be blending out to like a very slight metallicness. I don't know if this is going to stay on the eyes once I like blend it in, but it does feel like nothing now on the skin. It doesn't feel sticky, tacky, or creamy. So I don't know, maybe I'll try like a couple of layers on the lids and see how that goes, but I will update you guys and let you know. I also got one of their gel lip tints. I've been seeing a bunch of lip tints all over. I know NYX has one. I saw a couple at Sephora as well. And they're just a great way to add a nice stain, a wash of color. It's going to be on the lips for a long, long period of time. And it's a little bit different in terms of the look you're going for versus like a liquid lipstick. So I feel like this would be really pretty for the summertime and a nice, easy product to apply. But the color looks really nice. It's in the shade Berry Tint, and I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand here, though we'll see if this actually comes off. Ooh, that's really nice. So I just put a tiny little bit on my hand because otherwise I'm going to get a stain on there forever. But the color is nice. It is more pigmented than I was anticipating, which is also a great thing. The color is really pretty. It's not too dark, but it's not too bright either. It's that nice middle tone. I think this will be really nice. So hopefully it's not too streaky, and we'll see how long it wears in terms of longevity. And then the last thing from e.l.f. I bought is their Aqua Priming Mist, and this is a water-based primer that mists the skin for smooth makeup application and a radiant look. It has cucumber, the vitamins and stuff, and you're supposed to look nice and dewy and fresh. I'm obviously not going to spray that now because I already have primer on my face, as well as like 1,000 other layers of makeup. But I will definitely give this a go over the next 2 weeks, and I will let you guys know how this wears, if it adds to longevity of my makeup, how it feels, how it wears under different types of makeup, and all of that fun stuff. Next up are some new products from Revlon. First up is the Youth Effects Fill and Blur Foundation. Today I wore Sand Beige, which is a very neutral almost too gray, but not quite level. So it was a good match for me, which was surprising because usually I'm like the lightest shade in every foundation. I actually have it on my skin today. It is a very thick foundation, but it did a good job like in terms of coverage and kind of blending out, smoothing out on my skin. It feels really good on my skin, and it blended well over the primers and concealers and powders and all that stuff. So, well, not over powder, but you know what I mean. So we'll see how it wears throughout the day and see if that changes anything. I don't think this is something I'm gonna wear like on an everyday basis in the summertime, but I like the way that it looks on my skin right now. So far, first impression is a big thumbs up. I also received their Fill and Blur Primer for face and neck. This is supposed to like blend out and smooth out any like creasing or fine lines, things like that. I didn't really notice anything on like the forehead. I saw a little bit of a reduction around like smile lines and stuff. Again, it is one of those really thick products that you have to pat into the skin. You can't roll it around on the face because I feel like it's gonna like pill and bunch up, but I will play around with the consistency and kind of play with how I apply it to the face and see if that makes any difference, and if so, I will let you know. They also sent me a bunch of their new Ultra Matte Lip Color metallic ones. I don't remember if I like their matte ones or not. I feel like it had a very like a sticky feel to the lips, so I'm hoping these ones are a little bit different. They look really pretty here, like in terms of color. Ooh, this one is very similar to what I'm wearing today. I don't know how metallic these are. I have not swatched them. Ooh, they smell like candy. Right, I forgot about that. They smell really good. Unless you don't like candy, in which case you will hate these. In terms of formula, they have more of like a moussey feel to them. They're a little bit on the streaky side, and in terms of metallic, it's nice. It's not too over the top. It's not glittery in any way. It feels very wearable. So that's really nice, but it does look a little bit streaky and like glossy. I don't know. I'll play around with them on the lips and see how they look. I also want to swatch this blue color just for funsies. Ooh, that's a very interesting color. And you know what? I'm not mad about it. It's just a little streaky. That's the only thing. But it has almost like a purpley undertone to it. The problem is, like, see this? Like, see how it's like really streaky? It's not staying put at all. Oh, I hope this is okay on the lips, because right now, swatching wise, not a big fan. And lastly is a Fill and Blur concealer. I have not tried this yet. I wanted to save it for the update in 2 weeks. It says here that it has microspheres stuff. It's supposed to diffuse and kind of look like it eliminates any fine lines and creasing and things like that you may have. And also apparently it immediately corrects the appearance of dark circles. So that's interesting. So I will be testing this out, and I will give you guys an update in 2 weeks. Next are some products from Essence that I picked up. A couple of them are new, a couple not so much. So I got 2 blushes. One is the Blush Up. It's more of like an ombre blush, and I think this is going to be like a dupe. There are a couple of ombre blushes from Sephora, so I bet this is supposed to be a dupe for that. And also a Mosaic blush. This is in All You Need Is Pink. This one is in Pinky Flow. Yeah, Pinky Flow. So I actually have both of them on my cheeks today. They blended out beautifully. They are pigmented without being over the top, though I did find a difference between applying it with my Zoeva blush brush versus the one I got from AOA Studios, which is like a dollar makeup store. And I found that the Zoeva one was a lot better, and I could get a lot more pigmentation. So I think in this case, the brush you use is going to matter. But in terms of the colors and the application, I found it to be very goof proof, and they're very pretty. I will play with them like on their own too and just see how that looks, but so far so good. And then the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is not a new product to my understanding. This is in the shade Be My Highlight. I have not swatched this yet or anything, but I believe I've seen like really good reviews for this product, I think. I hope so. So we will see. Feels nice and soft. Not creamy though. We'll see how it looks on the skin, if it's too powdery for the amount of sheen you get, if it's layerable, all those kinds of things, and I'll let you know if it's any good. Next up is a press kit. This was sent from L'Oreal. This is their new Color Riche Matte collection, and they have a whole bunch of beautiful colors here. They have their lip crayons as well as their lipsticks. Spoiler alert, I have both of them on my lips today. So I've only swatched one because technically it's on my lips, but I want to swatch a couple more for you guys and just kind of see what they look like. In terms of first impressions, the lip pencils are so creamy and smooth, and they go on really, really pigmented. I love them so far, and the lipsticks too. very creamy. I don't know about longevity, how long wearing it's going to be, but the color payoff is beautiful. I really like the color I put it on today. Where is it? Where did I put it? I'm wearing the shade 711 at the drop of the matte, and then the two lip liners I'm wearing a mixture of Best Mattes and Strike a Matte. You can see a trend in the naming. But let's swatch some of these like nude shades and see what they look like. You can also see that the very tip of the lipstick is elongated, so you're gonna get a nice crisp line if you want to get away with using this without the lip liners. The lip liners are amazing. So I like the shape of it. It's a little bit different than any of the other lipsticks that I've seen, especially from the drugstore. So let's put these on my hand, which now I have to remove all of my swatches because I am covered. I mean, I would swatch on this hand, but I'm very bad at swatching from my left hand, so it'll look like a toddler tried to swatch on my arm. Quick update, remember how I said that stain would not come off? I was correct. It is not coming off. So the first shade I'm going to swatch is Macaron. Macaron, get it? It's a very soft, like almost a gray tone pink shade. Very pretty. So that is the shade there. You can see it's a very pretty shade, very creamy. It went on very smoothly. It's a little light for what I would normally wear myself, but the color is nice. And then the other one is Eva's pink. I think it's Eva Longoria because she's like a ambassador, I think, for L'Oreal. So that is the shade there. It looks like a warm tone pink that's almost bright, but not quite, like a wearable bright. I don't know. I'm going to play around with these some more. I want to swatch them. I want to wear them. I want to see how they wear on the lips throughout the day with the lip liners, without the lip liners, see what favorites and least favorite colors there are within this collection, and I will update you guys in 2 weeks. Now onto a new mascara. This is by Wet n Wild, and this is their Lash Renegade mascara. And oh my gosh, look at this packaging. You could really severely damage someone with this. I'm wearing this mascara on my eyes today, and wow, it does give a very voluminous, dark, bold lashes. The only thing I will say just from trying this once is that because the bristles are so small, I did get a lot of mascara on my lids, which was a little bit annoying, but you do get very beautiful, full lashes. I'll see if it flakes or if my lashes fall in terms of the curl by the end of the day or whatever, but just from first trying it, I really like it, so I will continue to play around with that because it's very, very pretty. And then the other mascara that I bought is the Revlon Mega Multiplier Mascara. This is for an oversized lash look, and it's supposed to be smudge proof, flake proof, water resistant, but comes off with warm water. I don't understand how that works. How can you be water resistant but also come off easily with warm water? Please explain the science behind that. According to the back here, it says it has fibers and some sort of tube technology to plump and extend the lashes. So I am going to experiment with this one. I have not tried it yet, and we will see if I have a favorite between these two. And lastly is a product that I already purchased, but I got it in a different color and I didn't really like it, but this is a really pretty color, so I'm kind of hoping I like it. It is the CoverGirl and Katy Perry Katy Cat Pearl, which is a shadow and highlighter. This is in the shade Tiger Rose. And I don't know, I really like the color. I think it's really pretty. It actually reminds me a lot of this e.l.f. shade. Same sort of rose gold kind of thing going on. We're going to swatch this. It's not like showing up very well. It's very dry. But that's the shade right there. I don't know, I'm not super stoked about it. I don't know if maybe I just got a bad one, it's been opened or something. It didn't look like it, but maybe it has, and it's dried out a little bit, but it doesn't feel as creamy as I remember it being before. The color isn't as metallic as I was kind of anticipating. I would definitely not wear this as a highlight, though I would wear it as an eyeshadow, but I would prefer it to be a little bit more metallic. Maybe it shows up differently on the eyes. I will experiment with it. I will see. I love the undertone of this versus the more goldy one I got last time. So I don't know. Maybe I'll like this one. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like these what's new at the drugstore or Sephora type hauls, and let me know if you are excited about the update in 2 weeks, and if you have any specific products you're really excited to hear an update about. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful week so far, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.